Fox Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Miami. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. 7 yards there and a first down. The Dolphins hit 9-3 here on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hurts. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receiver.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off play action. action. Pryor. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mills. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back to throw. Pryor. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Parks, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6
touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football back. Slot man moves right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Off the play fake. Pryor. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off-play action. Pryor. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, it's Parks, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
For a while, when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air from the 17. Here's 2nd and 4.
Warriors 17.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points going on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A give up the middle to Lindsey. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pryor, screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 3rd and 2, Pryor over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Lead alert.
Operating from the gun. Pryor. A little check down to Lindsey. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete in the tournament to me?
Yes, he put every other ball to come as well.
So they feel like they got something really good going there, and they're they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Parks. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but Rob still to do that on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Let's go on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
19 Lions.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Now he's flushed out right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. On first down, Parks, and a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, it's Parks. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Pryor. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. On first and 10, Pryor. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do something. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defense.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here's a give to Lindsey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
11 more on that one and another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Pryor. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize the strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake. Pryor rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Pryor.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense and make sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. 7 of their 10 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Pryor. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know when this look.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
On the set. Hurry, hurry! Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.